What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another review. This is Mr. Groovy Pants. We today will be reviewing Transformers: Rise of the Beast. I just got done watching it today, so it's pretty fresh in my mind. So, as usual, we're gonna go over a little bit, do a couple negative and positive reviews, and then I'll tell you about it. First, right now it's at 52% with 157 reviews on the official Rotten Tomato people, but a 91% audience score after 2,500 verified ratings. So clearly people like it. You know, you know how critics are. They don't like anything. Let's see their consensus. I didn't want to do that. Thanks to some genius human drama between the set pieces and palpable affection for the title characters, Transformers: Rise of the Beast is one of the franchise. Oh, well, it's not their consensus. What the heck? Uh, so this is a sequel to the Bumblebee movie. This takes place in the 90s. The Bumblebee movie took place in the 80s, I believe. I was reading something that's like a weird prequel to the Michael Bay ones, but I don't think it is because they're completely different on how they deliver stuff, and this is like entirely different. It's cool because I mean it's very Michael Bay-ish, a lot of explosions, the way they look and stuff, but they kind of kept the classic aesthetic. And there's the Michael Bay score at the end. It plays a lot of the music from the first or Michael Bay's versions. But let's just jump right into it. We're gonna do five negatives. Look, we got five right here. Let's see. Wendy says certainly delivers on needless destruction and world class stupidity. Clarice said there's not a morsel of joy to be found in the franchise's latest ludicrous outing. Bilge said it's not spectacular enough to impress us nor intimate enough to move us. It's just kind of there, ready to be consumed and forgotten. Kyle said even with its abundance of action, the franchise's newest edition boasts little life or heart compared with its predecessors. LaRushka said Dominic Fishback totally outclasses her infantile dialogue. Okay. Uh, let's see. That is, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, she's like the co-star. Well, they're both like the lead characters. Anthony Ramos and Dominique Fishback. Okay, let's do some positives now. We got five here. We have Chris said, Beast encourages you to let your eyes glaze over it through the plot, exposition, and embrace the visceral nonsense. Beast is dumber than a box of hammers, but it doesn't drip with the rote cynicism of Save Fast X. Well, that's kind of a weird. Why would you give that a positive review and then say that? uh, I see this one. Candace said, we may lose regard for the gravitas of the film's premise, and we may know exactly where the film is headed, but it doesn't keep Rise of the Beast from rising above and delivering a clean, fun, monster romping good time. There we go. There's a good one. Let's see. Joshua said the Bay versions of these films settled for fear or awe at these engines of destruction. Now that's not on the table anymore. The filmmakers are at last trying to get something more developed out of it, but it may be too little, too late. Bob says does for toy robots what the Spider-Verse franchise did for Marvel superheroes. And let's see. Austin said while the battle sequences could use more style, they are solid, and this entry feels tonally consistent throughout. The two human leads are good, but the Autobots and Maximals shine. Okay, now let's go over here to audience. Do all audience. Let's see here. Let's do some negatives. Okay, Kit says everything you see in the trailer is basically it in the movie. Got high hopes for this, and it failed to deliver. John says, disappointing after Bumblebee. The film has a problem with its dynamics. When everything is loud, nothing is loud. The film's pace is always fast, the dialogue is corny, and as a result, there is no emotional connection with any of the characters. Is there another? There we go. See, I have to search for bad reviews from the audience. It's not as bad as Fast Furious 10, but it's still very bad. Horrible story, bad special effects. I specifically dislike the lack of consistency in the Transformer sizes across the movie. It's bad, really, really bad. Let's see. Okay, we'll end with these two. Worst movie and franchise, including cartoons from the 80s. And this one says absolute disgrace to the Transformers franchise. Okay. Bunch of Debbie Downers. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Here we go. Laureen says, loved it. The story, same as always, but still works. The action and the new bots, killer. See, a great movie for Transformers G1 and Beast Wars, Beast Machine fan. Awesome action-packed movie. A lot of fun for the kid. Best Transformers movie. Here we go. An absolute fun time watching the Maximals make their live-action debut. Prime and the crew are who we love, and outright best movie since the first. The surprised ending, it was 1994. All my 20s just came back. The music, cars, it was a great movie. Love that Spielberg took them back to the 90s. Great to see my childhood on the big screen. Okay. Now, let's talk about it. I would say, personally, I mean, I liked it. So, comparing it to the first one with Shia LaBeouf and stuff, to me, personally, it didn't feel like it had the charisma like the Shia LaBeouf really carried that first movie. Like his overreactions and stuff really made it. But it's definitely a good installment. Like I said, it's a sequel to Bumblebee. So if you've seen that, you kind of get the gist of what's going on. Or well, you don't, but you kind of Bumblebee's in it. But that is the odd thing. So unlike the other ones, where Bumblebee was kind of like the main dude. This one, it's Mirage. Mirage is the main, like, Bumblebee's in it, but he's a side character now. He's not, like, focused on as much. I mean, he's focused on towards the end. Like, he plays a big role in it. But Mirage is the one who kind of gets he's the centerpiece at the beginning, or, through most of it till towards the end. Uh, this guy, he did a pretty good job. Anthony Ramos. I liked his character. It was pretty good. A struggling kid in the 90s trying to help his brother and stuff. It was pretty good. He did a good job. Her character, I mean, she was good too. I mean, I kind of liked his character a little bit more. They both kind of had their pieces that annoyed me. But overall, they had a good little uh, going. You know, Pete Davidson voiced Mirage. I didn't know that, but I mean, it makes sense once you hear Mirage talk and how he talks. It kind of I can hear it now. I like that Ron Perlman did Optimus Primal, which is the gorilla Optimus. Oh, it's always fun. Let's see who else we got. Oh, these are just producers and stuff. Nah. But it is good to see. I'm not sure how much longer we're gonna have, Optimus uh, around. So it's nice to see him get used as much as possible. Peter Cullen's not gonna be around forever, and they're already talking about doing a Optimus prequel where he's like younger and have Chris Hemsworth voice him. So that's gonna be kind of different to hear someone else, since everybody like that's who everybody hears when they hear Optimus Prime. They hear that voice, and I don't know. It's one of those things. It's like, how can you top Hugh Hefner. How can you top Hugh Jackman as Wolverine? You know, it's a big shoes to fill. Uh, anyway, back to the movie. It's pretty good. So it is a little bit different. There's Megatron's not in it. It's some guy called Scourge, but Unicron's in it. Unicron's like the overall bad guy, but like Scourge is like his pawn. He sends down to take over, and they're trying to get this trans-dimensional key or something. I can't remember what the heck they called it, but they're trying to get that so they can bring because Unicron's stuck in another galaxy. So if they could use it to open up this wormhole, Unicron come into our galaxy, eat Earth and Cybertron, all that stuff. Uh, but it shows that they've been sitting around for a while. Obviously, from the '80s to the '90s. I really liked seeing their classic style with the modern touch of Bay's stuff. But I always liked Optimus's like square chest compared to the one in the Michael Bay version. It's definitely good. There is a I didn't. I guess it's opening up. It opened up the possibility to like a Hasbro multiverse or universe or something, cinematic verse or whatever. Like everybody needs a cinematic verse now. Uh, but I mean, Hasbro's got great stuff, so I mean, that's cool. You got like GI Joe and all that stuff. But there's a little Easter. Well, I guess it at the end. Uh, you get a little taste of that. I won't spoil it, but you get introduced to something that kind of opens. They're like, oh dang, they're gonna start like crossovers with this stuff. That's gonna be wild. Uh, but yeah, I would recommend watching in theaters just so you get the full, you know, experience. But if you want to stream it, you can buy it on Vudu. Uh, I don't agree with this. This is really good. I like to see that. I'm a huge fan of Transformers, and I did watch Beast Wars growing up and stuff. It was really cool. I tried to rewatch it, and I didn't. I guess I didn't realize as a kid how bad that computer like 3D animation thing was. I was like, this is rough. But I like the final fight scene, like the final battle is awesome in my opinion. Like the cinematography, like I know it's all CGI, so it's all computer stuff. They're not actually like moving a camera around, but the way it flows is just awesome. But it's definitely really cool. I definitely recommend going at least giving it a shot. I know there's a lot of movies coming out in the next couple weeks. We got Mission Impossible, which I'll watch and review that, and then we got Indiana Jones, all that's all kinds of stuff coming out back to back. So don't sleep on it. Definitely give it a watch, especially if you like the Michael Bay ones, because like I said, it's a huge reminiscence of it and stuff, but like with the classic feel. I like that Optimus is like wary of humans in this, and he's like, I can't trust him. And then at the end, he's like, oh, we're like best friends. But it's definitely worth a shot. I'd give it a solid I'd give it a solid 7 out of 10. So, I mean, take that as you will. You don't have to listen to me. You can just say, screw that. I don't want to watch another Transformers movie, whatever. But I will say it's definitely worth a try, even if you want to wait till it's streaming. It'll probably be streaming on Paramount Plus at some point because I think that's who, yeah, Paramount Pictures. So they'll probably put it on Paramount Plus, before you know it. But definitely at some point, pick it up, check it out. You might be surprised. You might really like it. I really liked it. And it's pretty cool. But that's it. Hopefully I didn't spoil nothing. I don't think I did. So I'll be posting this today. Just keep an eye out for my next ones. I'm not sure what we'll do next. I know I want to do Indiana Jones and Mission Impossible, but we're also messing with the under the radar, so we'll see what kind of older stuff we find that people might not have or might have missed. I just did one about Office Uprising. Check that out. But until the next time, you guys stay groovy out there. Thanks for tuning in, and I will catch you all on the flip flop.
Chinese!